Did you find what you're looking for?
This regulator on leisurePro.com looks like the one I want, but I'm not sure how to adjust the airflow.
Look, they have a chat interface. You can talk to a dive expert 24 hours a day.
At leisurePro.com, you could get the product answers you need fast by chatting with our dive experts anytime.
The Florida Keys are home to a protected 2,800 square mile national marine sanctuary, an abundance of wrecks, and over 6,000 different species. But whether you're a diver or a snorkeler, there's always room for one more.
Be a part of ScubaNation. Get your gear today. ScubaNation Apparel by Uzi, available at ScubaNation.com.
This edition of ScubaNation is brought to you by Leisure Pro, the Divers Emporium.
The Florida Keys and Key West, come as you are.
Sea Dog and Shipyard Ales, the official beer of ScubaNation.
This time on ScubaNation.
It's time to head to the fabulous Florida Keys to check out night diving like you've never seen it before. It's the new craze called Fluoro Diving. Special lights and filters for the divers and their cameras to view and capture the underwater world in a totally new and exciting way at night. So we're experiencing fluoro diving this time on ScubaNation.
Who is ScubaNation? Billy C. Boston born and raised.
What are we doing? What are we doing?
Hey, Billy C would dive a puddle if it was deep enough.
Bitch and Mitch. Southern boy.
Diving's like pizza. When it's good, it's great, and when it's bad, it's still good.
Two ordinary guys with a thirst for getting wet and exploring all things scuba. We are ScubaNation. One nation underwater.
Presented by Leisure Pro.
Welcome, ScubaNation. I'm Mitch.
I am Papa Smurf.
And if you think my shorts look weird, wait until you see what we have in store for you on tonight's episode, right here from the fabulous Florida Keys.
ScubaNation, we're fluoro diving. What is fluoro diving? It is the coolest way to go night diving. Fluoro is short for fluorescence. We have marine organisms that have chlorophyll and proteins, and when you shine specialized equipment like a blue light from Light in Motion, it makes the colors of the rainbow come out. So we got fluoro diving on ScubaNation tonight.
Yeah, we got a definitely different brand of night diving for you tonight, this time on ScubaNation. Tonight we head out with the Tarzan of the Sea, Justin Minicino of the Amori Dive Resort in Key Largo. We're going to experience fluoro diving on the Benwood and City of Washington wrecks, along with a trip to Molasses Reef.
That's a camera. We got these blue lights. It's going to light up the corals. It's going to light up the animals. It's going to bring out their fluorescence, baby. Fluorescence. Fluoro diving. You got to need this for the GoPro. And that, my friends, is how you go lava lamp diving. And I'll come in right behind you, same shot. Fluoro.
All right. Okay. You'll know when to move in because I'll turn my light off.
Now I would dive this, and I'd go to this ball. I'd jump off the ball.
How do you like? Wait, what's more fluorescent? The corals or my shorts?
ScubaNation, so what is this fluoro diving? Well, fluoro is short for fluorescence. Fluoro diving is by far the best way, the most exciting way to go night diving. It's new, it's cutting edge. So marine organisms, they have chlorophyll, they have fluorescent proteins that reside within them. So Light in Motion worked with scientists to develop that blue lights bring out these fluorescent colors within marine organisms and corals. There's three things going on here. Number one, there's algae. Algae lives on coral, and there's chlorophyll within the algae. So when there's chlorophyll within algae, it brings out red colors. The blue light brings out red colors. The second thing that's going on is fluorescent proteins. This lives in the coral. So when you shine blue lights, you're gonna get green. Chlorophyll comes out red, and then the proteins come out green. And the third thing that the scientists say is we have no idea. They know it's photosynthesis, they know it's fluorescent, proteins, and the third thing is we have no idea.
And the corals aren't the only thing that takes advantage of fluoro diving. Take a look at this octopus in ordinary underwater lights. Now take a look at them with fluoro diving. I mean, have you ever seen an octopus like this before? It's simply amazing. Take a look at this fiddler crab. You see so many of these guys diving, but when you look at them through the fluoro technology, it's easy to see why this little guy could stop a diver in their tracks. I still can't get over all the new and organic colors. This puts a new light on things for sure.
Night diving is one of my favorite types of dives. But I mean, like you put the fluoro diving on, it's a totally new experience, all new colors, everything just lights up like Vegas Strip.
Triple A's in my mind. Fluoro diving, it's like going to a 3D movie. I think I saw The Hobbit today under there. Crazy lights, it's a light show. The greens, the reds.
So cool, man. You gotta try it out.
Coming up next, we talk to a fluoro diving expert about what to buy and how to use it. Stay tuned.
Oh man, what a great dive. You know where we're headed.
The Rum Barrel offers the tastiest of Key West cuisine and ice-cold beer and spirits to wet any whistle. Divers, show your certification card and get 10% off any order. Dive, decompress, Rum Barrel, Key West.
Dive the Atocha with Mel Fisher's expedition in Key West. Be a treasure hunter and dive the active wreck site of the richest Spanish galleon ever discovered. Mel Fisher and his crew discovered the Motherlode in 1985. Today, the search continues for the remaining hundreds of millions of dollars in cargo. The Fisher family now invites you to learn proper salvage techniques from the world's greatest treasure hunters. Join us for the adventure of a lifetime. Today's the day.
Born in Maine, created by Alan Pugsley, world-class craft brewer. Sea Dog, now sailing in Florida. And available in cans. Sea Dog is award-winning. A perfect fit for our Florida lifestyle. Visit our brew houses in Clearwater and Orlando.
This edition of Scuba Nation is brought to you by
Reef Safe, biodegrades in oceans, non-toxic to sea life. Scuba Works, quality runs deep.
And Spare Air, there when you need it.
ScubaNation Spare Air is like a parachute for scuba divers. It's an air reserve system in case you ever have an emergency or you run out of air. This is your backup. This will get you back to the surface. This product could save your life. Larry Williamson, the founder of Spare Air, nearly died in an out-of-air emergency. He dedicated his life to designing and producing a product that would save people's lives. Spare Air is celebrating 34 years in business. With over 250,000 units sold to divers like you, Spare Air is proudly made in the USA and continues to serve the diving community. Folks, Spare Air is a critical piece of equipment that every diver should have. They should use it on every dive. It's there when you need it. This unit will get you back to the surface and back on the boat. So visit Spare Air at spareair.com and order your unit today.
Welcome back, Scuba Nation. We're going fluoro diving, a new way of night diving in a totally different light. Time for another fluoro dive. We head out with fluoro diving expert and professional photographer Bill Lample.
Hi, Billy.
Hi, brother. I'll be there in a second.
Go see that 70s disco.
Nice. Morning. Flashbacks could occur.
I'm blowing.
70s disco hour.
Elbow Reef off of Key Largo is the perfect spot for fluoro diving. And Bill is going to tell us what equipment you need to experience this new way of night diving.
So Bill, let's walk through all this gear.
Yeah, and really, like you said, light and motion has really revolutionized in the last year or so the way we see it.
Right.
Because when we first started, it was little beams of light, very narrow. Now they have stuff that'll light up the whole reef. Several ways that we can shoot fluorescence, either photo or video. We have the setup here with a GoPro.
Yep.
GoPro, whether it be a GoPro or an SLR housing like this, we need a couple of things in order to see it and in order to record it.
Right.
First and foremost, we need the camera itself of any kind.
Yep.
And we need a barrier filter on the camera. And that's this yellow colored filter, whether it be a filter like that for the GoPro, a filter like this for your camera lens.
Right.
You'll need to put that on the actual camera body, either inside the camera or like you have on the GoPro mounted on the outside.
Okay.
What that's going to do is when the animal fluoresces from the blue light,
right,
it's going to block out the blue light and only leave the fluorescence to be recorded with the camera.
And that's what we're seeing, the
that's
greens, the reds.
That's the awesome thing that you want to see.
The colors pop.
The colors, exactly, the rainbow of colors. Next you have a couple of lights here. These are the Night Sea, by the Solar Night Seas by Light and Motion. They give you a deep, deep blue color spectrum light that is so much more effective than a black light. It's similar to a black light, but so much more effective underwater.
So now, the one thing I did learn when I was diving, fluoro diving for the first time, is you put these filters on to have them act as normal white light. So when you start your night dive, you're not trying to dive with blue light. You have a normal white light, so you can get to the wreck or the reef. And then when you're ready to switch over to fluoro diving, you just pop these filters off, and you allow the blue light to radiate the reef or the moray eel or the subject that we want to show the colors from.
Exactly, and that's the thing that Light and Motion has done is they have the ability to take a fluoro light and make it into a white light instead of the other way around, taking a white light and putting a fluorescent filter on it, which decreases the effectiveness of the light so much because of the light spectrum.
So that was probably a groundbreaking moment in fluoro.
It was an absolutely great thing to do because now we can take one light, a compact light like this, use it as a normal light to see the reef,
to get to it.
But when we want to see the fluorescence, we have the most powerful fluorescent light out there right now. Well, just like the camera, we want to block out all that blue light that's coming back from the fluorescence.
Yep.
The diver also wants to block it out as well. So just like we have a yellow filter on our camera, we also need some kind of yellow barrier for ourselves so we can really see that fluoro pop. Now you just pop this thing over it, put that on, and you will really see it pop. Well, fluoro diving has been around in theory for 20 to 30 years. I mean, they've been doing some fluoro experiments underwater for quite some time. Really gotten mainstream in the last, I would say, 3 to 4 years. Started with a company up in Massachusetts that started doing some development of underwater flashlights, underwater filters that really kind of showed the fluorescence underwater and was able to be done by us laypersons. First dive I did, like the first dive that everybody does, it was awesome. You look at it, you're like, holy cow, this is the most incredible thing I've ever seen. Even if you've done hundreds, thousands of dives before, it's something different. It's something exciting. It's something that you've never seen before. So same thing happened to me about 3 years ago when I did my first fluoro dive. I looked at it and said, this is something that has potential for novice divers, for beginning divers, for experienced divers, for professionals. Something that everybody's going to think is cool. So we brought it back. I got the idea to say, hey, you know, nobody is doing it in the US at this point. You know, no dive shop, no excursion shop is doing this kind of diving. So I took it upon myself to try to get the word out to start doing it. Or I developed a distinctive specialty for it through PADI. We actually have 2 distinctive specialties. We have the PADI fluorescence diver distinctive specialty, as well as the digital underwater fluorescence photographer distinctive specialty. Well, they'll learn a couple of things. The basic science that they'll learn is that animals and corals fluoresce underwater due to being excited. They use light energy, or we use light energy to excite the fluorescence in the animal or the coral, and we are able to see that excitement through special lenses, special filters on our goggles, special filters on our camera to actually see that fluorescence in action. Well, again, it's something that no matter how many night dives they've done, this is going to be different than anything they've ever done before in their life. You're going to a blacklight party with a bunch of paint on the wall. I guarantee you're going to come up from the dive with a smile on your face, and you're going to go tell all your friends that you just did the coolest dive of your life.
Visit lightmotion.com for all your fluoro diving needs.
Welcome to Sea Dog.
Home of award-winning beers, including Sea Dog Blueberry. Lightning lunches. Authentic brewmasters in every pub. Maine lobster, available daily. Join the Mug Club. Perfect spot for gatherings of any size. And late night specials. Sea Dog Brew Pub, now in Florida.
Hey honey, I'm on LeisurePro.com shopping for a new dive computer. I'm actually blogging with another diver that has the same one. Let me call you right back.
Have a question about a product? At LeisurePro.com, you can ask questions with other Leisure Pro customers about the products you want before you buy.
Sure.
Whoa! When Billy C and Mitch finish our dives on Saturdays, we head on over to Spackle Road
for all you can eat, dig in, and pig out barbecue.
Tobacco Road, Miami's oldest watering hole, is serving up
all you can eat barbecue
every Saturday starting at noon. Divers, sea cards means no cover on Saturdays.
All you can eat barbecue every Saturday right here at Tobacco Road. One Nation, eat barbecue!
Our coral reefs have suffered a 90% loss over the last 20 years. Ocean temperature change combined with pollution has taken a serious toll. Ken Niedermeyer, a CNN hero and founder of the Coral Restoration Foundation, is changing that. Since 2004, the Coral Restoration Foundation has grown and planted thousands of new corals. His pioneering and proven methods are used both here and abroad, but Ken needs your help.
Visit coralrestoration.org. Donate now and make a world of difference for our oceans.
Hey ScubaNation, this is Mitch.
Just wanted to let you know when I dive the 305, I always dive on Aquatic Explorers. They feature a brand new dive boat with a crew that's second to none. So when you're ready to plan your next diving adventure, the best boat and crew for private charters, and all your certification needs by world-class instructors, please click or call the friends of the program, Aquatic Explorers.
This edition of Scuba Nation is brought to you by Leisure Pro, the Divers Emporium.
Ocean-minded footwear. Live, protect, respect.
Grove Scuba, Miami's only PADI 5-star instructor training center.
Maris, the official equipment provider for Scuba Nation.
Welcome back. We're going night diving in a totally different light. It's called Fluoro Diving.
Bono! I feel like Bono when I read these things.
Night diving is such a beautiful experience to begin with, and when you start going fluoro diving, it is just kind of, going on the elevator and taking it to the top floor. It's another level.
I love the night dive. Really cool things about this fluoro diving is, just with the blue lights on. I mean, it was kind of user error for me because I was, watching Billy filming underwater with these blue lights, and that's a spectacle enough. And then I went, oops, I forgot to put these guys on. Then you throw these, it lit up like a Christmas tree. All the different colors. I mean, you could sit there and stare at a coral for 5 minutes because you just never seen it. And this type of light before, it was tripping.
Light and Motion worked with these scientists to develop the technology so we could do this fluoro diving. So they're on the forefront. They figured out that the blue light really makes these colors come out. They realized these yellow filters that they can put on cameras, GoPros, high-end cameras, put it on your masks. Those are the things that you need to kind of, you view this beautiful experience.
Now, the first time I got in the water with this fluoro diving equipment, it was a complete throwback. I'm old enough to remember the 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea attraction at Disney World, and they enhanced the underwater attraction with these black lights. When I saw that coral light up underwater for the first time, it took me back as a kid to that attraction. Start seeing these corals, they absolutely light up, man. I mean, they're like this lime yellow, and I mean, you're just seeing, a dive in a totally different perspective. All the new colors and everything. I mean, you could sit there and stare at a coral for 5 minutes because you're just seeing this thing like you've never seen it before.
And going to a 3D movie and putting on a 3D glass and seeing the images just jump out at you. Everything changes. It's interesting to see the different types of corals and how they react to the blue light. So like I was talking about earlier, you have a brain coral that will show the red from the chlorophyll and the green from the fluorescent proteins. It's like 3D diving. It's like going to the movies. It's like seeing Avatar. It's like going to another world. Everything changes, and it changes in a cool way.
got to check this out because, I mean, this is a different flavor on night diving you've never done before, and it's wicked cool.
Thank you, Light in Motion, for coming up with the technology, the blue lights, the yellow filters for the cameras, the yellow masks. It just takes diving to a whole new level. Gotta try it. It's something that's good for the industry. It's something different. There's dive shops that are offering fluoro diving. It's something unique. It's accessible. So get in your car, go to a dive shop, do a night dive, try out fluoro diving. You'll have an amazing experience.
Turn up the Freedom Rock because it's fluoro diving this time on ScubaNation.
Freedom Rock, dude!
ScubaNation going Bono. Hello, hello, in a place called Vertigo. Bono, eat your heart out.
And man, we have got a definitely different. Go ahead. Welcome, ScubaNation. I'm Nick.
Doing it wicked. Are you from Boston?
I hang out with you enough, dog.
Coolest thing to see on the water.
Symbiotic what?
It's when two things work together.
Fluorescent proteins. These multi-syllable words are coming out of his mouth?
With the blue lights, it's my whitening. I got nice white teeth now. Is that it? Do I got nice pearly whites now?
Now, the one thing that was glowing the most wasn't my shorts.
Uh-oh.
It was this guy's shorts. Those things were glowing.